Okay, good morning, my dear students. Mansi, Suhani, Shrizal, Sahiba, Satvika, Prabhas, and Gaurav Shinde. Good morning to all of you. Okay, welcome back, and hope all of you are healthy and wealthy. Okay, okay. So, topic for the day is poverty line and measurement. Poverty line and measurement. Topic is poverty line and measurement. Okay. So, poverty line and how do we measure this poverty line? What are the criteria to measure the poverty line? So, here there is a 1 point head count ratio. Head count ratio. Okay, head count ratio. So, means the meaning of this term head count ratio is number of person below the poverty line. Number of person below the poverty line known as head count ratio. Head means how many heads are there, how many persons are there. Okay, like 1 crore, 10 crore or 20 crore. So that is about the head count ratio. Okay, so yesterday I talked about the determination or criteria used by the economists to determine the poverty line. One is consumption or calories, another okay, total expenditure per month per head. Okay, so 816 and that 1000 is there. 816 means those who are living in the rural areas, and the one who is living in urban areas must spend okay 1000 rupee. Okay, means per person 1000 rupee per month. Okay, so according to the today Tundelkar committee. Okay, so that committee, the name of the committee was Tendulkar. That committee recommended this much expenditure. Okay, 816 and 1000 rupee. Okay. Another, the measurement of the poverty. So poverty was measured in 1881, way back means during the British time. So this was measured by the famous personality Dada Bhai Norji. Okay, hope you have heard about Dada Bhai Norji. Yes, you might have heard about Dada Bhai Norji. Okay, so he is the first person. Okay, who estimated the poverty in our country. Okay, so in your book there is one table. Okay, on the page number 131. Okay, that is related to the poverty line. See, at the bottom of the page 131. Okay, estimate of poverty line based on the adult jail cost of living. So he has used adult at the cost jail cost of jail. Okay, jail cost of living. Jail cost of living. Imagine the situation of the prisoners, those who are there in the prison or in the police station. Okay, so their living standard, or when you talk about the freedoms or their survival, or how much they are getting every day. Okay, means they are getting the basic things for their survival only. Okay, so Dadabhai Norji has explained this with the help of one term or statistics term has been used by him. So I am going to read the same. Okay, so what he said, Dadabhai Norji assumed that in India, one third of the population of children, one third population of the children, okay, and two-third population, this is children, and two-third of adult. See, point number one, point number two. Point number one, that is related to the, okay, one-third of children. So what is it? One-third of population of children waiting, and a two-third population of the adult. Okay, okay. Next line, he further assumed that, okay, half of, okay, one half of the children. So one half of the children means one half of one third. One half of one third. This is the one third within one third. Now half. He has mentioned half of one third. Half of one third. So half of one third means 1/6. 1/6. Okay. So half of the children. Okay. Now poverty line. Poverty line. So again I am going to read. He said he further assumed that half of the children, okay, half of the children is half of one third. Half of the children consume very little or almost nil. Consume very little or almost very nil. Okay, you might have seen certain children while traveling or through social medias, and you will look at them, okay, and look at their pathetic situations, okay, so you feel somewhat okay, uncomfortable, okay, so pity is automatically coming out. Means once upon I was traveling through train, so when I saw one child, he was very and very thin or malnutrition, okay, and even the bones can be red, okay, so and hardly he was 1 year old, okay, so like we might have seen you, so means it is because that they are not getting the food. See, right now, not right now, but see the past 40 years after independence, 50 years, 30 years after independence. So in the beginning we struggle a lot, and he is talking about the period 1881, okay, before independence or at the time of Britishers. So that time situations were very different, or things were very adverse. Britishers exploited the Indian, okay, on a large scale. So many people, they lost their life due to the hunger, starvation. Okay, so let me complete line. Okay, poverty line. So he, what is it? Further, he assumed that one half of children consume very little or nil means zero. Okay, you can also use the sign of multiply, no problem. Okay, and second part of the line, and the half, okay, and the other half, and the other half, and the other half, and the other half, see, other half consume half of what the adult consume, and another half of one third child consume half of the adult, consume half of the adult. So half, for half we are using 1/2. For half, that's it. 1/2. 1/2. Okay. Of the what the adult is consume. What the adult. So ratio of the adult is adult 2/3. Half of the adult. It means adult they are consuming 1 into 1 into 1. Understood about it? Otherwise, let me repeat again. Poverty line, according to the famous personality Dada Bhai Naorji, if you will read the second line, he further assumed that half of one third child means 1 upon 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, this way we get half. Half of one third means 1 upon 6. Half of the child consume nil into 0. Okay, or into 0. And half of the child, half of this, okay, half of this consume half of the adult, half of the adult. It means adult they are consuming half that adults are taking one chapati. It means half of the children is 1 upon 6 will be consuming half chapati. Half chapati means 1 upon 2. Okay, 1 upon 2 is half. Okay, of what? Of the adult. So what is the percentage of adult? 2/3 of adult. 2/3 of the adult they are taking one chapati. So when you will calculate it, so this is 0. Okay. So this is your 1 upon 12 plus 2 upon 3. So you will get, okay. So further you can calculate. So your answer will be okay here 1 plus 8 upon 12, 9 upon 12, 3 upon 4. 3 upon 4. Answer is 3 upon 4. Okay. So this is what he said. Okay. Means Dada Bhai Naorji, as this way he estimated the poverty line in India. Means that time most of the people they were struggling, children were struggling. Okay. People they had not two time meal. So which is why Government of India, see, after independent, started so many programs, so many schemes, so that at least we can feed the population. Okay. So what government is thinking that nobody sleep without food. Nobody should sleep without food. Okay. So which is why different cards are there and government is giving the ration at very low cost, even free of cost for certain a group of people, okay, those who can't afford, and for the next at a minimum price, okay, and for the next those who can afford below the market price. So this way government is trying their best to provide the meal to everyone. Understood what understood? Yes, bete. Are you clear? Isn't it? Okay. So this is about the estimation of the poverty line based on the adult jail cost of living. Adult jail cost of living. So in the jail, prisoners they are not getting much. They also getting very less. Okay. So on the next, so according to the nine. Okay, so over a period of time, Government of India set up the different we can say committees, those who can go through study about the poverty in our country. So in 1962, Planning Commission Niti Aayog, okay, known as Niti Aayog. So they set up the criteria to identify the poverty. Second, in 1979, so there is a one committee, okay, task force, that task force on projection of minimum need and effective consumption demand. So then between 1989 to 2005, expert group means what was the main motto of these groups? Do you know what was the main motto of these groups, which was formed by the government over a period of time? Okay, determination of the poverty. Okay, means government of India wanted to study about the poor or poverty. So accordingly, government of India started different programs and schemes to combat with the situation, to handle the situation and reduce the poverty lines in our country. So they have mentioned about the Nelkar committee in the very next paragraph. This is what I told you yesterday. Okay. Okay, so how poverty line is estimated? See, food is there. Okay, consumption, how many calories a person is taking in a day. So 2400 calories and okay 20 okay 2400 calories and 2100 calories must be consumed by the person, okay, the one who is living in the urban and rural areas, okay, rural and urban areas respectively. Why more calories must be consumed by the person, those who are living in the rural areas, because they are working the hard, physical work is more. So more calories should be consumed. Another about the monthly consumption expenditure, minimum consumption expenditure, that is 1000, the one who is living in the cities or the urban areas. Another, those who are living in the rural areas, 816, according to the Tundelkar committee. Apart from this, education should be there, shelter, okay, shelter, clothes, pure drinking water, and safety and security. So these other points has been considered by the different committees over a period of time. Okay. So next point, that is related to the limitation of the poverty lines. Please mention and let me know about what are the limitations of the poverty line according to you. Limitation of the poverty line. Limitations of the poverty line. Limitation. Limitation of poverty line. So poor should not get poor. Okay, poor. Okay, poor should not get more poorer. Okay, so anyhow, this poverty, okay, percentage of the poor people should be reduced in the country. Okay, Mansi. Okay, then Alma does not highlight income of the poor people. Does not highlight the income of the poor people, and moreover, there are categories of poor. Yesterday we studied about chronic, transit, always. Okay, poor. So uh, poverty even cannot categorize, means it is very difficult to identify the income of those particular group. Okay, so they have mentioned, okay, good efforts. Second, now poverty, limitation of the poverty line. Point number one, no differentiation, no differentiation among poor. No differentiation among the poor. Differentiation means, yesterday we talked about always poor, chronic, okay, transit, usual poor. So it is very difficult. No, so there is no any differentiation among the poor. Though there is a category. Okay, the group has been categorized, but still, if you talk about the income, okay, particularly about the income. So this is the limitation. This point is the limitation. Okay, limitation of the poverty line. No differentiation among the poor on the basis of their income. So one criteria has been set up. Okay, this much income should be there. Okay, if spending 860 rupees. Okay, below than that, if 816 or less than that, will be considered poor. Second point, they have mentioned about the social factor ignored. Social factors. The meaning of social factors. The meaning of social factors: education, safety, health, shelter, clothes. Okay. Another important point which has been, okay, which are important for the survival: has been neglected by this poverty line estimates. Mansi, despite of where they come from, they should be given some work. Okay, so they should be given some work. Okay, so this is about the 2 point. These are the two limitations of the poverty line. I said poverty. We are talking about the poverty line. Got it? Poverty line. So one, low representation among the poor on the basis of their income, and other social factors has been ignored. Other social factors also play important role. So there is a problem of untouchability. Then education, shelter, clothes, okay, pure drinking water, and power supply, facility of basic things. Okay, so these things has been ignored under this poverty line. Okay, next point, extension of the poverty in India. So topic number 5, page number 133. Extension of the poverty in India. So in number of poor. So over a period of different years, okay, starting from the 1961 to 2011 and 12. 2011 and 12. Okay, means this is about the census, because census they are held up every after 10 years. Okay, so see number of poor and percentage of poor in the total population. If you talk about 1961, so according to the data, 61, 17 crore people they were poor. Okay, but keep in mind that time population was low. Okay, the size of the population was small. That time, see the population size was small population size, and out of that 16, okay, 17 crore people were poor. And if you talk about the percentage, around 34. Now see, in 1999 and 2000, so data is 26 crore and percentage 26. So see, over a period of time, percentage of the poor people, okay, percentage wise things are, okay, falling or coming down. And according to 2011 and 12, 21.9, 21.9, 2011 and, okay, 10 and 11, 21.9%. And here is the 60 and 61, 34%. So over a period of time, see, there is a fall, no doubt, 26. See, if you see the absolute number, so around 26 crore in the year 2010, okay, 2010 and 11. So around 17, okay, around 24 crore people they were poor. But see the size of the population. Size of the population. See, the pressure of the population is keep on increasing. Let us take one example. Let there is no any change in the population, or population of the India is around 60 crore. Okay, after independence there is no much more change. Okay, that time 40 crore was there. Now 60 crore or 70 crore. Okay, so still the size of the population is in control. Okay, and whatever the scheme will be started by the government will definitely help the 80 crore population. Okay, but the population is 130, and I think maybe 135 crore, because the population is keep on increasing. So see the size of the population. Let you have started number of schemes, programs, to uproot the poverty, eradicate the poverty from your country. But on the other hand, population is keep on increasing. Another example we can share about your classroom. Okay, let earlier we had 20 bench. Okay, now number of students are keep on increasing 30, 40, 50. So we had to increase, we had to buy more benches. In spite of that, number of students keep on increasing. Okay, so now around 50 are there, maximum 50. That is the limitation of one classroom. Okay, so that way government also started number of scheme, but still on the other hand, population pressure is there. Population is keep on increasing. So official data is collected by the National Sample Survey Organizations, census. Okay, so they have mentioned about the NSSO. What is the role of NSSO? National Sample Survey Organizations. The edit. And now this is called National Sample Survey Organization is called National Statistical Organization. NSSO is called National Statistical Organization. NSO. NSO. Okay. So they have shown with the help of diagram also. Okay. With the help of chart also they have explained about this poverty line, absolute and the relative number. Okay. Now interstate comparison. Next is interstate comparison. Interstate comparison. Interstate comparison. Please let me know about few states those who are leading, means those who are rich, and about the few states those who are lagging behind or they are very poor. State-wise comparison of the poverty. So few states in which percentage of the poverty is more than 30%. Okay, more than 30%, 30, 32, 35, okay, percent population is poor. On the other hand, few states are there where it is less than 8%. Okay, less than 8 or 9%. Poverty is very less. It is that is it is in the single digit. Single digit. Please let me know. Okay, Mansi, Bihar or okay. Please let me know few more names. Okay, they have mentioned about Odisha, UP, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Bihar. Okay, Jharkhand, Manipur around 38% population. 38% population is poor. Okay, Manipur, then Assam and Madhya Pradesh, Assam and MP. So these are the states which where around 30-35% population is poor. And let me know the name of few states where their poverty is very low. Poverty is low. Okay, you can mention about the Goa, Kerala, Punjab, Himachal. Okay, where this okay, Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, low poverty, Mansi, Sahiba, Gujarat. Okay, Arya, Maharashtra, and Sahiba, Punjab. Alma, Harshit, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh. No, in Andhra there is more poverty. Wait, more people are poor. Around 25% of people are poor in Andhra. So there you can mention Punjab, Kerala, HP, huh? Haryana. Uttarakhand, Sikkim. Okay, so this is about the interstate poverty. Interstate poverty. Okay, okay, Tamil. So okay, this is about the interstate comparison. Interstate comparison. Okay, so next topic that is related to the okay. So causes of the poverty, that we will discuss about the causes of causes. What do you think that these are the causes for the poverty? What are the causes? Please brief me about high inflation rate. Okay, high inflation rate. So the meaning of inflation, when prices of the goods and services keep on increasing over a period of time. Suhani, unemployment. Yes, you are correct. Unemployment, and due to this pandemic, this unemployment, number of unemployed or percentage of the unemployed, relative and absolute number is increased, has increased. Okay, many people, they lost their jobs. Okay, rise in population, Alma, this is the main reason, rise in the population. Okay, see the growth rate of the population or size of the population, 135 crore. Okay, so it should be within the limit, otherwise it will be difficult to feed all the people. Okay, India may give number of schemes, programs may start in the favor of the poor, but if poverty, number of poor will be keep on increasing, it will be difficult to decrease the poverty. Uday, unemployment. Okay, low economic development. According to the Gauri, low economic growth rate. Okay, so growth rate, if it is in two digit, let GDP growth rate is in two digit, and during the pandemic it was in minus. Okay, so when GDP growth rate is low, it means production of the goods and services is falling. When the production will fall, automatically job opportunity will fall. Got it? When there is no output, so no employment. No employment means no jobs. No jobs means poverty. It means people will be poor. Lack of infrastructure. Satvika Gumar, according to you, lack of infrastructures. So still number of colleges, universities, we talk about the health infrastructure, means we have to, it will take some years, some more years to complete this infrastructure, which is why government is going to construct highways, national highways, railway tracks, or roads, power projects, okay, then special economic zones. So this is what government has to do, and it will take few more years. Once these things will be final, afterward government of India can think about this other aspects, other matters, like government may spend more on health and education like the developed countries. Discuss unemployment and lack of infrastructure. Alma. Okay, so hidden employment is also there in the rural areas and the urban areas, particularly in the agriculture sector, particularly in the agriculture sector. So these are the reason for the good job by all of you, by all. Okay, so good job by all, Betty. So these are the reasons. Okay, inflation. So when there is inflation, means see, this inflation theory has been also explained by the Amartya Sen. Do you know about the Amartya Sen? Nobel awardee. I think in the year 1970 or 1998, he has been awarded with the Nobel Prize. So what he did, he constructed this Sane index. Sane index. So what he stated there, that this inflation is making more and more people poor. Got it? If the salaries are not increasing, let the salaries are not increasing according to the inflation rate. Okay, and that is the group of the poor people. See, a group of people is the first group, second, third, and fourth. Okay, now inflation group and this index stands for the inflation. Now inflation is low, so first and second group of the people, okay, they are, see, all of them. When inflation is keep on increasing, when inflation is increasing, this inflation is making more and more people poor. So when it is increasing, people will not be in the position to buy the or afford the things. Okay, initially they were not poor, but now they are poor. Initially they were in the position to afford the things. Let the price of the goods was rupee 50, now rupee 80 or rupee 90. Okay, so when prices are increasing, inflation rate is there. Due to this inflation, people they are not in the position to afford the basic things. Earlier they were in the position. Keep in mind, there is no change in the income. Okay, that wages and the income rate is constant. So good day. Please take your attendance. Okay. Alma is there, Arya is there, Bhagyashri, Gauri, Gus. Gauri is there, Mansi is there, Sahiba, Satvika, Shanti or Sharda, Suhani. This Aditya is where is Aditya? Be regular, bete. You and Avesh. Okay. So see Avesh, Neil, and you have only attended for the 2 or 3 days, not more than that. If you are there. So Nishant, Sanket, Gaurav Panchbhai and Shinde and Monish, Balchandra, Chaitanya, Nishan, Prabha, Sailendra, Sanket, Srijal, Uday, Utkarsh and Vikram. Vikram, are you present? Vikram. Okay. Good day, bete.